welcome back to Wednesdays. How you doing? Should we have a little catch up?
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers, don't care what other people say. We're living like this could be our final day.
The reality of working full time and owning horses. Yes, I'm in my work attire. Things have changed since lockdown and COVID. You don't have to go into work in a suit anymore. This is my work attire plus hat because my hair needs washing. But I thought, why don't we have a bit of a catch up while I muck out? Because did I do it this morning? No. I had a lay-in and Tam turned the girls out. So I'm paying the price now, people. They're emptying the is what you can hear. So, where did I leave you last time with Molly Moo? We were hacking and doing a question and answer time, and the hacking was really interesting, to be fair, because I think it pointed out some very important areas that Molly is struggling from, and probably all ex-racers will struggle from at some point. And I then have to think about how I can improve them. So after that hack and the vlogging, I decided to have a look back, and what you can see is a very tense, nervous, anxious horse who is jogging, doesn't know really what to do with her energy, and had quite a bit of head shaking. Now that was the first time she was hacked out off the farm, hence why I took B with her, so she had a bit of company. But you could see that actually she wasn't that comfortable in that situation. So what I have to think about then is, I don't ever believe that a horse is naughty or doing it on purpose. For one, they lack the mental capacity to be able to do that. So in my experience, there's kind of two elements to it. There is learned behaviour and there is issues or pain or problem. And you have to kind of listen to your horses and understand which one, and maybe sometimes work on a process of elimination and try and figure out what's kind of going on. So in regards to the hack, I felt like there was a combination of the both. There was learned behaviour and there was definitely some, she was uncomfortable in some ways. So we have to tackle both of them so that she just kind of retrains into a nice comfortable horse, and she's happy doing what she's doing. You know, I would love her to event. Is that what she's going to do? Who knows? She'll do what she wants to, and I won't force her into what I want to do. If she doesn't want to event, she won't event, and we'll find something else that she enjoys doing. But at the moment, she's doing the very basics. So first off, there was an element of she was uncomfortable, and this was, I think this was clearly seen in the head shaking that she was doing. So she has had, on her arrival here, she's had a full MOT, so she's had the vets, she's had the physio, she's had her teeth done and everything else. So medically, I know there's not any issues there, but there was something she was definitely uncomfortable with, and I thought it came from her mouth area. So little break from this, I'll show you. Welcome back to the tack room, kids. The noise again, it's still people in. So she was in hang my beans. She was in this bit. So this is like a comfy barrel, but with full sides, like a Fulmer side, and this is great for youngsters in keeping them straight and helping with turning. However, it's becoming quite apparent that Molly does not like any form of restriction at this moment in time. So anything that is restrictive around her mouth, anything that she can feel as a restriction. So thought process was that actually maybe that is making her feel a little bit more restricted than what she's comfortable with at the moment. So back to the drawing board, and I have now gone for, she has a very simple bridle, so she has a cavesson on there, but we have gone back to a loose ring with lozenge. And as I'll show you with the progress through this week, that is a win. So more comfortable in the mouth area means that we've had no head shaking this last week. Back to the poo picking. So having figured out that she's a lot more comfortable in her mouth, there's got to be some learnt behaviours in there in regards to the jogging or excitable behaviour that she is expressing. And that's a lot down to how racehorses are worked. So they are not schooled, there's no need to be. They are taken out, they are warmed up in probably like a trot, and then they are sent onto the gallops, and they are galloped very fast. So for her, when she went out hacking and she saw these lovely paths that were soft underfoot and everything else, she just thought, bing, that means go fast. So I have to try and educate her that we don't do everything so fast, and sometimes a calm pace is all that's needed. So the plan for this last week was to do everything in a walk and get her comfortable without any of the excitable jogging, trotting behaviour, and just take it back down. And to start with that, I took her on the lunge lines, and I just wanted her to walk round the school. Really successful. Any kind of behaviour where I thought she was jogging, we just stopped, quick reassurance, and then we carried on. So that made her a little bit more comfortable in the walk, and we're trying to teach her that we're not asking anything else, we just want you to calmly walk through. That was one day. So one of the other areas that I found while retraining ex-racehorses that is really useful is long lining. If you've never long lined, check it out. I'll probably do a separate video on how you do it, but I love it. I think it gives them great confidence to walk out by themselves. They've got to be more reliant in themselves, and you can work them without having the rider or the balance disrupted from on their backs. So I really like it. So this week a lot of it has been around long reining, and I long rein in just a bridle and a roller. Sometimes there is loose side reins on there just to try and get her to start thinking about contact, which we will look at in a few weeks' time. But at the moment we just want to do calm, focused, confident walking out. So I have been long reining her around the fields, the hacks, and as you'll see, we ended up doing a bit of long reining in the school over her very first set of walk and trot poles.
We collide, we break down, caving in to our doubts, faces filled with sadness. When words are said, we'll regret. I can see the fire that we made just to save us. When we try to make up for never letting go, said the things we promised not to say, then we break up just to start all over, even though we know this is the hard way better. We can't be heartache together. This is the hard way better. We can't be hard.
been, well, the last week and a bit since I've last been on here, or last filming, have been really, really good. I feel like she's a very fast learner and we've covered a lot of ground. For me, I think the most important thing is small bursts of repetitive behaviour with them, ignoring the behaviour you don't want and reinforcing the behaviour that you do, has always worked successfully for me. And what I was really proud about, my big win this week, was that we had our first canter, calm canter, in the arena. So I'll pop this bit of footage in which shows you how she used to be in the arena before I did the work with the long lining and the calm groundwork. So here she is. And now I'm going to show you the footage that I took, the most recent, which shows the nice 30 seconds of canter, so calm and collected, and she made me so very proud. For the past week and a bit. Disclaimer, I am not a professional coach. This is just how I've worked in the past and just found that it works with the horses. I'm pleased, and it's somewhere for me to document this because I never did it with the boys, and I do regret not having them first initial days with how they were like and everything else. So I'm just popping down her treat bowl that has got carrots in, chops of carrots. Go and fetch her in. Let's go and fetch her in. She's had a day off today, so currently she's working 4 days, and that's working out as 2 ridden, 2 ground or lunge or long line days. She'll be going on a break soon after she's done a little bit more and having a good couple of weeks off to process it. She's 4 at the end of the day. There is no rush. Anyway, let's go get her. She looks like she has been rolling. So that's it, people. Over and out from me and my number 1 girl, wherever she is. There you go. Say goodbye, vlog. See you next week. Beep, 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 beep. We forgot to say, keep it real.
It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connect.
Breaking news. Stable is done. Can only mean one thing. I'm expecting a new arrival. Here's a little sneak peek.
We come alive.